Hello, I'm Tanya from My Vinyl Cut, and I'm going to show you how I cut my big sheets of vinyl. So this is the backyard of my house, and that little pool house is my workshop. So I don't have room to cut my big sheets of vinyl, so I have to do it out here. So the first thing I do is I get my table. I set it up. My dog is about to sleep. So that's that. I need to get my big mat and my big ruler. Normally this is hanging up in there, but I had it on the dining room table because we had a hurricane come through. It actually hit the Gulf. I'm not on the Central Florida. We just had outer bands. It was storms and lightning, and so I wasn't able to cut out here. I was cutting in the house. But I have this large screw mat and this large metal ruler and a mat. So I'm going to put a poster on this, both sides. There's an extra box that I'm saving because I'm moving. Here's my printer, and that's where I hang my mat. And I just cut my thing off that, my big sheet of vinyl, and I'm gonna try to put this camera somewhere where you can see. I'm gonna turn it around. Yeah, I can turn it around. Okay. Alright, so here's where I sit. And I'm gonna cut apart my vinyl. Sorry, let me turn the music down. This is scrap, so it goes in this, I don't know if you can see this drawer thing. The sticker goes on top. I've got clear gloss, clear matte. My daughter just gave that to me. She didn't want it in her room anymore, so I'm going to use it for scrap. So it doesn't really have a whole lot in there now. And these are stencils that I'm working on. I don't know, there's like 50 of them. And I'm trying to finish them up to get them out of here before I move, because I can't take them with me. So a lot of these are the ones that were cut in the center. I didn't leave a lot of space in between, so I don't really need to trim them. So I'm going to go ahead and fill these orders. So like I said, this is number 2 on the bottom. So I just look for the sheet that says they ordered a number 2. So that way it's real easy for me to fill my orders. There's one for number 11. Let me see. Oh, my 11 is number 12. So here's one. So here's the sheet and the receipt, and I'm going to get the label. Alright, and so now what I do is I put it in my big envelope, put the label on. This is my Dymo label, and I save these to protect the stickers and water slide decals. Alright, so now this actually does have a big white space and it won't fit in the envelope, so I have to trim it off. So I guess it was on the end, but it doesn't take me long to do that. And these little pieces I throw away. I mean, I used to save them, but they just piled up. I don't do anything with them. Okay, so they also get a little flyer that takes them to my website, and a business card that has all my business information on it, and then I seal it up. And then the last thing I do to the envelope is I put a little sticker on it. So it's my logo. And that's ready to go to the mailbox, because my mailman hasn't come today yet. So I'm going to try to catch him. Okay, so this is 11 and 2. So here's a 2. Here's 11. Again, it needs the end trimmed off. Find the label, goes on the envelope. Goes in here. I put in a flyer, card, seal the envelope, attach my logo, put it in the pile. Next one, 541, 5, 4, 1. I had that pre-printed. I already had that one. So 541. Okay, so this person. Try to go as fast as I can. I try to make it in time before my mail carrier comes. He's really good about taking my things and scanning them. although it doesn't show up as scanned until the next day. I don't know why, but he seems to think it'll take even longer to get scanned if he doesn't do it, and he waits for the processing center to do it, because I know customers like to check right away, and I swear I do this as fast as I can. It doesn't always get scanned, it doesn't always look like it's shipped right away, but it usually is, because I print out here every single day and I have all my supplies. When I get low, I order, so I never run out. It does happen though sometimes. I get busy. One of the things I got busy with recently is my daughter just put a song out on iTunes. It just came out last night at midnight. Like today was the first day, so we all got on at midnight to iTunes and bought it. Her name is Tia Mack, and her song's called Karma. So I suggest you listen to it on Spotify, add it to a playlist. That would help us out. Okay, so 1, which is right here, and then 11. So one of the 11s is extra, and one of these is extra, because I had 2 extra spots, and I filled it up with these 2. So 1, and this 11's got, it must have been the end, or the front, I don't know. 1, 11, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 and 9. There's 8. Oh, looks just like, those look just the same. There's 8 and there's 9. So 2 of them look like they might, or 3 of them look like they might need to be trimmed. Let's trim those real quick. I don't usually like to trim it from this way because there's not a whole lot of vinyl holding it down, but it seemed to work. All right. This one's a lot. Hate it when I have an extra sheet of something and I'm like, oh no, I gotta go through all those packages and see where I forgot it. Sometimes it's usually just an extra one that I forgot that I did. Like I know I did these 2 extra and they just go in my drawer. So I'll show you my drawer. It's a little more difficult to fit more in. I can fit up to 10 sheets in this one envelope. It just gets heavy. Okay, so this is my last of my vinyl orders. What time is it? 12. So I'm gonna run these out to the my mailbox. You can come with me because I don't want to miss him. Let's trim this real quick before I put it away. That way, when I grab it, I can just throw it in an envelope. You have to be careful, not to have anything underneath it, just so you'll cut through it. Okay, so these 2 get put in my drawer. All right, come with me. We're gonna go to the mailbox. So this is what I do every day. I walk back and forth. So since we had all those rains, our pool got green, but I just put chlorine in it. Okay, so we're getting ready to move, like I said, so there's boxes everywhere. Oh, and there's my daughter Taj, and she's listening to her sister's song.
I hope I don't get copyrighted for that. We own the copyright. Okay, so I walk out the front door. We just got rid of that carpet because cats and dogs, you know what they do. And then it got rained on, so I can't lift it up. I have to wait for my husband. So these envelopes are too large to fit in here, so I just leave it on top. Luckily, it's in the shade. I put this here. Oops. My mail carrier is really good about picking that up. I give him things sometimes. Sodas, waters, snacks. So I don't go very far, but once he picks that up and I still have more orders to fill, I drive it to the post office. All right, yeah, look at all these boxes. So we're getting ready to move. Moving to a bigger house. Here are my shirts. These are finished shirts that I used to bring to markets, so I need to sell those. And these are all blank shirts that I don't carry anymore because after almost 4 years, I figured out what I want to carry. And those shirts are in my shopping boxes. So let's figure out what we're gonna print next. I have sticker media in here, so I want to see. Great. Sorry. I wanted to see if my orders, I have orders up there, but none of them are for stickers, so I'm gonna just print my daughter's sticker. So I'm in VersaWorks. I don't know, my stand isn't very good. Oh, that got turned around. Here we go. So this is VersaWorks. I have to find that sticker. So I have Jobs. Karma, I'm looking for Karma. Tia Mac Karma. Let's see if that's it. It's a PDF. So it's a photo she took of herself with her phone or her camera. I can't remember which one. Yeah, that's it. And then I imported it and added the lettering. She picked it out. She's 16. And then I put it into Adobe Illustrator, created a square around it to make a contour cut line. And in VersaWorks it reads it. So I think I'm going to do this as like a 3x3. And then I duplicate it. I'll get the media width so the software knows how wide the roll of vinyl is. And I duplicate it so there's enough to fit on a roll. So I check the quality when I cut it. Print and cut. I do a speed of 20 and a pressure of 50. And I'm gonna do 2 rows. And I haven't figured out how to do a row cut, I know there's a way, I have to look it up. But I'm gonna print a bunch of these because I'm gonna put them on the backs of my envelopes to try to help promote her. Okay, so I'm gonna hit print, and while I do that, I come over here. I'm gonna arrow this back and then hit base point. So it'll start way over there. And then it'll start printing. So let me turn this around. So if you want like a little quick shop tour, this is transfer tape, mask, stencil vinyl, more mask, and some flock, and there's bling and glow. And here's my printer, it just started. So this is an SP540V. It's very old, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. It works. And I'm actually gonna buy a second one and take it with me when I move. It needs work, but even with, I don't know, $1,000 worth of work, it's worth it, because this is just gonna work forever. So these are where I keep all my stickers. Those are some mugs. This is my StarCraft vinyl. I've got rolls of those back there. I'm trying to make use of my space. This is like packaging materials, my logos. These are clear mail envelopes for like sublimation transfers and packs of printable sheets. And my recycle bin, my garbage. And this is my shipping cabinet. I need to print this sample of a screen print. This is my shirt I'm going to use to do all these samples. And I'm still working on this thing from Stalls. It's like a sample fabric swatch. Like this is kind of new in here. I don't have a space for it. It's normally not sitting in the middle like that. I already have two over here. One's for adhesive vinyl scraps and one's for HTV scraps. And these rolls are usually in my bathroom, but I'm trying to pack up the ones I don't usually use. And I already have a new roll of this. I'm about out and I need to print on it. So more than likely that's going to be used up. This just needs to be stored. That needs to be stored. That's new. I don't have space for it. This is where I keep my vinyl. That's adhesive vinyl, and this is heat transfer vinyl. That's heat transfer vinyl. When I buy like the big rolls, I don't necessarily cut the whole thing apart, but when I do cut them apart, the sheets get stored in here, and I label them. This is all the fashion film. That's 15 inches. This is the fashion film that's, well, they market it as 20 inches, but it's never 20 inches. So I say it's 18 inches when I list it, and then they get happy when they see that it's like 19 inches. This is the electric line. They're all 14 inches. I think they call it 15 inches. And then this is Premium Plus. And this is a deep drawer. These are kind of thin, but this is a deep drawer, deeper. And this is all my adhesive vinyl patterns. Like whenever I have an extra, I put it in here. So if somebody orders something and I know it's from a certain line, I can look and see, oh, hey, do I have that? I don't have to print it. I could just grab it out of there. And then these are this is just plastic. It used to be Ribbon Supplies, but I don't make Repose anymore. So this is scrap that I can use, and it's all fashion film. I mean, Stalls. This is scrap, these three, and up here, but it's all Caesar. I used to use Caesar. So I'm trying to use this up for personal stuff, and all that other stuff is what I sell. And then I will use this, it's scrap. So these are my shirts in the white boxes. I have two there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a couple other boxes. These are all shirts and like shorts and jackets and stuff. That box back there is hats, and this is more vinyl. This is stuff that I print and cut. Well, no, nothing that I print. This is all stuff that I cut. So this is mask. There's solutions, high tack, low tack, medium tack. There's Chroma Bling adhesive, removable. So I buy these big rolls. You saw them, and they're printable. But if I have a big, huge piece of scrap, like these rolls, I buy them by the large roll. Like I had a big job and I had to do black matte silhouettes for Disney, and I had to buy a huge roll. So like, what am I going to do with that? I don't, need that much black matte. So I cut them into sheets and I sell them just to try to sell them off. I'm not a Oracal reseller or retailer, but I bought it. I'm going to resell that. It's just like until I sell out of it. So that's everything. I can't use that toilet back there. It does work. I used to until I started collecting rolls of vinyl. So anyway, here we go. This is what it looks like. It is a little on the slow side, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'm not really all that busy, so I can wait. I usually have other things to do while my printer's printing. And the good thing about this thing is that I can walk away and it just does its thing. It's pretty awesome. So after it prints, it'll come out a little bit more and then suck it back in and then come through and cut them apart, and then it'll sheet cut it off, and then I have to cut them apart, kind of like you saw me do the big sheets, but I can just sit at my desk and do that with my scissors because I just sit here and do that. So there's my Sawgrass sublimation printer. I do plan on getting the larger 1000. It's wireless. And then this up here, I bought this for water slides, but it doesn't print quality good enough for me, so I don't use it. I use my old Canon. I mean, not my Canon. I do have a Canon, but it doesn't print good enough either. I use my old HP. It's an 8600. It's the best inkjet printer I found. So I'm gonna turn this around again, and I think that's it. I just kind of want to show you how I print, cut it off, have to take it outside, set up the table, the mat, and cut it apart, bring it in, fine tune it, pack it, mail it, and I'm back in here doing more work. So if you have any questions or need any help with anything, just let me know. Leave a comment below or email me, Tanya@myvinylcut.com. I do have a website where I sell all my printed vinyl and my Stalls vinyl. Try to sell whatever I can sell. Trying to build a business, and would love it if I could support my family doing this, so my husband doesn't have to work so hard doing it by himself. So thanks for watching and have a great day.